Well, the first returns are coming in on the WNBA All-Star voting. Of course, it will be in Indianapolis. And as you can imagine, Caitlin Clark is leading the All-Star vote. By the way, it looks like a massive turnout.
Angel Reese was once hyped as the next face of the WNBA, but when the All-Star voting results came out, the reality didn't match the hype. Despite all the media attention and fanfare, she failed to even crack the top 10 in votes. Her on-court performance told the story, shooting just 30.9% from the field, one of the lowest marks among qualified players. In stark contrast, Caitlin Clark completely dominated the voting, pulling in over 515,000 fan votes and leaving Reese far behind.
Honest. Second straight year that Clark has led the fan voting. She was second in early returns in fan voting in 2024, but jumped to first with around 700,000 total votes by the end of the period. So I'm wondering, are we going to see 1 million votes this time? Because I saw somebody earlier that said so far, voting is actually way up versus exactly where we was at this time last year.
But why are fans sending their message through their remotes instead of following the media hype? If you saw this coming, drop a comment. Did you already predict where Angel Reese would end up before the votes were released? Despite being everywhere lately, from national commercials to viral clips, the WNBA and mainstream media have pushed her as the face of the league. But fans clearly see things differently. The greatest myth in women's basketball has finally been exposed: the illusion that Angel Reese is a massive superstar. For nearly 3 years, the media has tried to sell that narrative, but now the truth is out for everyone to see.
The greatest myth in the WNBA dump has officially been exposed. The myth of all myths, the deception of deception. For the better part of 2 years, maybe even 3 years, the mainstream media has been trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a huge star.
The media didn't just cover Angel Reese, they crowned her. Major outlets like Forbes placed her alongside Aya Wilson as the face driving the WNBA's rise, while some even sidelined Caitlin Clark completely. Even as Clark was shattering records and lighting up the scoreboard night after night, the narrative stayed the same. Reese was the chosen one. She landed massive endorsement deals, starred in national commercials, and became a constant presence across every major platform, from sports shows to primetime news.
Some in the media even do investigative journalism and claim that Angel Reese is the face of the WNBA because she leads the league in followers on social media, along with missed layups and a complete lack of athleticism. Of course, the vast majority of her followers are bots and lonely men, most of which are not buying tickets or watching her games on television because they can't afford the 5 pesos a month to watch the Chicago Bravado on WNBA League Pass.
And still, the WNBA's official channels kept the hype alive, reposting her college highlights, featuring her in headline interviews, and promoting her as the league's next breakout star. Everything seemed perfectly set up for Angel Reese to step into superstardom. But it wasn't just the league or big-name sponsors driving the narrative. Angel fully embraced it herself. She told reporters that she was the reason fans were tuning in and that her legacy was already being written.
People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we were talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas. I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me.
Angel Reese's outspoken attitude made her a media favorite, generating constant headlines and social buzz. She wasn't just marketed as a basketball player. She was portrayed as a cultural icon, a bold symbol of the future of women's hoops. But when the All-Star voting results dropped, the story took a sharp turn. Despite all the exposure, the interviews, and the marketing push, Reese didn't even crack the top 10. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark wasn't just on the list. She dominated it, leading with an incredible 516,000 votes. That's not just a gap, it's a statement. Fans are watching, forming their own opinions, and in the process, rewriting the narrative the media tried to control.
And there's a supposed, people keep telling me, supposed second most popular player in the league that doesn't look like the second most popular player at all. And in fact, a rookie I have been touting that is playing better than Angel Reese, Kiki Arifin. Well, basketball fans are showing up, and they have got her voted ahead of Angel right now. Angel is not in the top 10.
So, why didn't all that media hype translate into genuine fan support? For every glowing headline about Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark was out there earning attention the hard way through undeniable performances on the court. Clark let her game speak for itself, while Reese's rise seemed driven more by reputation and a carefully crafted narrative than results. The buzz was loud, but the emotional connection with fans just wasn't as real as the media wanted it to be. Take that Forbes article, for example. They highlighted Reese as the face of the WNBA's growth while completely ignoring Clark's massive impact. But fans aren't blind. They're watching the games, they know who delivers, and their votes made that crystal clear.
According to Forbes, Caitlin Clark is not responsible for elevating this turd into the mainstream. The ladies responsible for elevating the WNBA are Angel Reese and the unknown face of the Las Vegas Anonymous Faces.
This gap between the media's version of the story and what fans actually support goes far beyond basketball. It's about trust. When the hype feels forced or manufactured, fans can tell. They're not interested in a PR campaign. They want authenticity. They want players who earn their spotlight, not those handed it through branding and media spin. And the all-star vote totals make that perfectly clear. Despite all the promotion, the interviews, and the commercials, Angel Reese still couldn't break into the top 10.
Enough to tell you where Angel Reese's place is. Well, it's 13th place. And I can tell you right now, Jonquel Jones ought to be ahead of her.
So, what's really happening here? Is this just another case of hype not living up to reality? Or is there something in Angel Reese's actual game that isn't connecting with fans? She's got the endorsements, the headlines, and the spotlight. But when it comes to what truly counts, her on-court performance tells a different story. And that's where things get interesting. It's time to dig into the numbers and see what her rookie season actually looks like, and whether the all-star buzz was ever justified. Sure, she's earned a reputation for her rebounding, but when you zoom out and examine the full picture, the story gets a lot more complicated.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion.
Let's start with her shooting. Angel Reese is hitting just 30.9% of her shots, the second worst percentage among 64 qualified WNBA players through her first 7 games. For a post player, that's a major concern. Bigs are expected to be efficient around the rim, capitalizing on high percentage looks near the basket. But when you're missing more than 2/3 of those opportunities, it becomes hard to justify any conversation about all-star potential.
There is obviously no way Angel can compare to Caitlin Clark as a shooter or a passer. And there is no way Angel can live up to her dynamic social media /podcast presence as a shooter or a passer or even a shot blocker. She's blocked only 2 shots so far this season. She doesn't even do that.
One analyst didn't mince words when describing her for 12 performance against the Indiana Fever, a game where Caitlin Clark wasn't even playing, calling it laughably bad. That kind of outing doesn't inspire fans or earn respect from peers around the league. Sure, Angel Reese brings plenty of energy and hustle, but energy alone doesn't win games, and it certainly doesn't translate into all-star votes.
She has energy, she has an attitude, she'll rebound you the basketball. Great. Nothing else. She has nothing. She's got self-awareness. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player.
Now, you might be saying, but she leads the league in rebounds, and you'd be absolutely right. Angel Reese's hustle and nose for the ball are undeniable. She's got a real gift for fighting through traffic and cleaning up missed shots. That part of her game is 100% legitimate. But even with all those rebounds, her offensive struggles can't be ignored. In today's WNBA, effort alone isn't enough. Teams need players who bring versatility, scoring, spacing, and efficiency. And when you're sitting at 63rd out of 64 in field goal percentage, that pretty much tells the whole story.
Not only is the self-proclaimed Barbie not in the lead, Angel Reese isn't even close to making the top 10.
Let's stack Angel Reese up against some of the league's top forwards. Take Aaliyah Boston, for example. She pulled in around 447,000 All-Star votes, and it's easy to see why. She's not just a strong rebounder. She scores efficiently, defends at an elite level, and impacts the game on both ends of the floor. Another standout forward is putting up double-doubles while earning over 213,000 votes, proof that fans reward players who bring a complete, well-rounded game. These athletes don't just dominate one stat category, they fill the entire box score. And that's the real difference. It's what separates true all-stars from players who only excel in one area.
7, 8, 9 on the list are Kelsey Mitchell, Sabrina Ionescu, and Lexington Hull. The following three are Kiki Ariafin, Kelsey the Plumber, and Satu Sabali? You mean to tell me these unknowns are ranked ahead of the face of the league?
Even when you spotlight Angel Reese's strengths, the flaws are hard to ignore. Analysts have praised her instincts, relentless hustle, and ability to battle for position under the rim, all undeniable assets. But they've also been clear about one thing. Rebounding alone doesn't carry a team, and it certainly doesn't justify all-star buzz. The WNBA is filled with players who impact the game in multiple ways, scoring, defending, facilitating, and that's what fans gravitate toward. Right now, Reese's numbers tell the story of a player still searching for that complete balance. Until she finds it, her overall impact will remain limited. The numbers, as always, don't lie.
Lexi Hall, 217,000, and there is Kiki Arifin, 213,500. She's averaging a double-double, a legit double-double, with a good field goal percentage. Angel Reese, well, wait a minute. I thought it was about you too. Everybody's watching because of me too, except everybody's not watching because of you too. I mean, guys, if the ratings ain't enough and the attendance ain't enough and what happened at LSU ain't enough and all this other stuff ain't enough to tell you where Angel Reese's place is, well, it's 13th place.
Angel Reese is an absolute beast on the boards, no doubt about it. But her shooting struggles and lack of offensive efficiency are what's keeping her from becoming the kind of player fans rally behind when all-star voting rolls around. And that leads to the big question. If rebounding alone isn't enough, what does it really take to earn those all-star votes? Up next, we're breaking down exactly what fans are looking for and what truly earns their support.
So even right down here, the mirror's calling out Angel Reese. As for Reese, one-time All-Star from last year in a rookie season alongside Clark, who appears set to earn a second honor, has struggled in 2025. 23-year-old, notorious for her rebounding supremacy, averages 11 points, but the Sky are 3-8. And she's shooting like, I don't even know what she's at now. It's probably less than 35%.
Here's how the All-Star voting really works. Fan votes account for 50% of the total, while players and media each make up 25%. In other words, the fans have the loudest voice in deciding who becomes an All-Star. And even with that advantage, Angel Reese still couldn't crack the top 10. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark didn't just make the list. She dominated it, pulling in a staggering 516,000 votes. To put that in perspective, Clark received more than 3 times as many votes as Reese, who finished with just 173,000. That's not a small gap. That's a massive canyon separating media hype from what fans actually want.
Let's see. Fan voting runs through the 28th. Culmination of fan voting, 50%. Player votes, 25%. And media votes. Oh, that's going to be where Angel Reese makes her move. Media votes, 25% will determine the all-star starters. Looking right at you, CBS, you still ain't released the ratings.
So, how did this happen? The all-star voting system is designed to balance popularity, player respect, and media influence. But this year, it revealed a major disconnect. Despite months of hype from the league and countless media outlets promoting Angel Reese as the next big thing, fans simply weren't buying it. They looked past the headlines and focused on what actually matters: performance. Caitlin Clark didn't need media spin or PR polish. Her game spoke for itself. Night after night, she's putting up numbers, creating highlights, and directly influencing wins. Fans saw that, and they responded loud and clear. That's why the votes poured in for her, and for others who are genuinely delivering on the court. Just take a look at who made the top 10.
Nafisi Collier, who is probably the leader of the MVP pack right now, is at 485,000. Aaliyah Boston is third, 447,000, as she should be. Aaliyah should get some MVP conversation. I'm going to be honest.
Aaliyah Boston pulled in 447,000 votes, a clear sign that fans are paying attention to who truly delivers on the court. Her complete skill set, consistent performance, and steady leadership have earned her a loyal following. Another top vote-getter built her reputation the hard way through years of reliability and proven production. These aren't just players who make the highlight reels. They have resumes that command respect. And when you stack that up against Angel Reese, the difference becomes clear. Yes, she's one of the league's best rebounders, no doubt about it. But today's fans want more than one elite skill. They're looking for players who can score, defend, and lead their teams to wins, not just grab boards.
I know Kelsey Plum is likable. She's a lovely lady, but you mean to tell me she's more popular than Angel Reese? The same Angel Reese who has been begging, and I mean begging, people on social media to vote for her? Angel Reese, number 13 on the list, 173,000 votes. Aaliyah Boston, who most people have never heard of, has received 447,000 votes.
Angel Reese's rise has been fueled by personality, viral moments, and aggressive branding. But fans aren't easily fooled. They can tell when a narrative is being pushed too hard. The league and the media tried to crown her as the face of the WNBA before her game truly matched that title, and that disconnect showed up loud and clear in the All-Star voting. Instead of buying into the hype, fans put their support behind players like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, athletes who consistently deliver where it matters most. The message couldn't be clearer. It's not about who gets the most headlines. It's about who shows up on the court and backs it up with performance.
Didn't shoot a single free throw. Although she did have 12 rebounds, her average, which does lead the league. But a couple of times Angel drove it and flung up just these wild shots from 3 or 4 feet that missed the rim by, 3 or 4 feet. Just looked so ridiculously awkward, like she'd never even played basketball.
What shocked you the most about the All-Star voting? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear them. Because these results didn't just send a message to Angel Reese. They sent a message to the entire WNBA. You can't manufacture a superstar through ad campaigns and endless highlight reels. Fans are paying attention to the game, not just the noise surrounding it. The gap between Reese's media hype and her actual All-Star support is a reality check for the league. It proves that stardom can't be forced. It has to be earned on the court. And when it comes to fan trust, it all begins with what happens between those lines.
These numbers are 100% accurate, and Angel Reese is the 13th most popular player in the WNBA. This probably means she will not be a starter in the All-Star game, which would make sense because Angel Reese shouldn't be a starter for a regular season game.
This All-Star vote wasn't just about Angel Reese. It was a clear statement about what fans truly value and where the WNBA is headed. The gap between media hype and real fan sentiment has never been more obvious, and the results make one thing crystal clear: substance beats spin every single time. Despite all the promotion and wall-to-wall coverage, Angel Reese couldn't crack the top 10.
Why?
Because fans want more than headlines. They want players who perform, connect, and earn their spotlight. This vote serves as a wake-up call for how stars are built in today's league. Will the WNBA rethink its marketing strategy? Will Reese take her game to the next level to win fans over on the court? Or has the hype train already run off the tracks? If this breakdown opened your eyes, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories shaping the WNBA.